What's up YouTube, how's it going? Today I've got for you guys some Injustice 2 beta gameplay. I just got the beta not too long ago thanks to Gaming Companions, and here you guys are seeing me just try to turn on competitive mode because Black Canary just came out. I just want to play Black Canary, but this guy's not having any of it. He wants to gear whore me. We are seeing a gear whore. I keep changing my character, I keep trying to turn on competitive mode, and he just doesn't want to hear any of it. He's not turning it on. I'm like, what? Are you serious, bro? This is a beta. I'm just trying to learn the characters. Why are you just trying to outgear me? Like, are you serious? Is this happening right now? This explains why this guy's positive in the beta. Like, most people in the beta are pretty negative just because, you know, you go in with your friends and you learn combos. But no, this guy just wants to get the best gear and then get the easy wins. And this whole idea that gear doesn't really make a difference is an absolute lie. It's a lie. I tell you, they lied to us. Gear makes a massive difference. Like, if I've got a full legendary set or something like that with like all stat boost and I'm like super decked out, my combos are gonna do over 40%. Or if you have like super defensive gear, then my combos will end up doing only like 20-something%. And you guys are legit gonna see that right now. Like, the same combo is gonna fluctuate in damage based off of the amount of gear that this guy has. So he goes to Black Canary, who has no gear. So you guys are going to be seeing my combos do very, very high 30s to 40% damage. It's doing a lot of damage. And then he goes to his Batman after, and my combos just don't do as much damage. Like, eventually he goes to a Batman gear that's like straight up all defensive. Like, you see him in the menu choose his gear set that he wanted to use. Are you kidding me? This is a beta. I was like mind blown when I saw that. That he legit straight up was like, I need a gear set to counter this guy's character. Like, that never crossed my mind when I was playing this beta. The only thing that comes to my mind when I'm playing the beta is, what's plus, what's negative, what can I string together, what can I link up to make a nice looking combo, to make a high damage combo, how do I learn this game? But that's not what he's playing. He's playing, how do my gear help me win? That's the game that he's playing. And right now, I decided to play that game with him. I'm using my most geared, most easiest character to play, Atrocitus. Atrocitus is just, he's like the super easy character. If you wanna, if you're looking for a character to start off with in Injustice, Atrocitus is definitely that character. His combos are super easy, and he's got 50-50s. He's got overheads and lows. Like, you have to sort of respect him, and he even controls a decent amount of range. Like, Atrocitus is a serious beast. Like, so I beat him here in the first game, and I think maybe he thinks it's a fluke, maybe he thinks it's a lie. He was like, nah, gear doesn't matter this much, and he rematches. I'll tell you what, guys, gear does matter this much. And it didn't even look like he knew any combos. Like, it wasn't a fluke, bro. Here, you can see. Here, I just get the other win. There we go. Now let's go to the actual part of the video that blew my mind the most. The part of the whole thing that I was like, are you kidding me? Like, he really is gearing. Like, he legit is quote-unquote stat whoring in Injustice 2. Like, he goes to his Batman, and he continues to change his Batman's gear set. Those arms are legendary. I know it because I just got those arms on my Batman. I know that belt is legendary. I don't know about the helm. I think the helm is a rare or whatever. I don't know how they categorize their gear in this game. I know in most MMORPGs, yellow means legendary, and so that's why I'm just saying legendary. But in this game, I think yellow means epic. And right there you see that the combo did only 30%. It was like the regular Atrocitus combo that I was doing against the Black Canary, and it was doing like 40%, like super high 30s. And against his Batman, who has gear, it's only doing 30%. And after this guy loses like 2 times with his Batman, he's gonna go to a different gear set, and my combos are only gonna do like 20-something%. And I was like, what? 20-something%? Are you kidding me? So right there, that was a full Atrocitus combo, and it only got 32%. I was like, what? Are you kidding me, bro? Did this really just happen? Is this man really... I'm still mind blown by the fact that he's relying on his gear in the beta. I mean, I guess because he had a positive win-loss ratio, that should have ticked me off that something was up. But one of two things. If you have a positive win-loss ratio in the beta, either you're like an absolute beast at the game, use a monster like the greatest player ever, and there are really, really good players at the game who do have positive ratios, and you are just going to get bodied by them when you see them because they're going to do some amazing combos. Like, I've seen some really nice looking combos. But this guy doesn't even know any combos. Like, like you can legit. I think the whole time I've played with this guy, I played with him for like 30 minutes. I don't think he ever did a single combo on any character other than Blue Beetle. I skipped the Blue Beetle gameplay just because it was the gear difference was real. You know, that was the beginning when I was showing you guys that he legit really was caring about the gear. His Blue Beetle, I think, had like 90% legendaries, because I recently unlocked some of the gear that he had on his Blue Beetle, and you sort of know whether or not they're legendary just by looking at them, because like if you have them too, then you'll know what they are. And so since I have the gear, I know that some of them actually are legendaries, and some of them, you know, I don't know, either they aren't or they are. I just know the ones that are legendary. The other ones I'm not too sure. Like I know for a fact that Batman's arms are legendary. And so here I decide to outplay him. He's been going for counters. He's just been pressing buttons a bunch, and I was like, this guy's just gonna press a bunch of buttons or he's gonna counter, because that's all he's doing is just buttons and counters. And so as you can see, I go for my super. It only does 25% damage. My super only does 25% damage, and that's exactly what I'm saying. He gets to do another counter, and I just grab him out. I'm not gonna give him any opportunity to clash. I'm just gonna hit him with the super and then just keep grabbing. That was my goal. Just hit him with the super and keep grabbing, because he's gonna keep pressing buttons. So long as I stay plus with like a poke, I could just keep grabbing him after. And how mind-blowing is that, you guys? How mind-blowing is that? That my super only did 25% damage. A straight up a super that hasn't been stringed in a combo should naturally do like 35, I think they are. Atrocitus. And here you are getting to see exactly what I was talking about. This guy is legit gonna change his loadout to the loadout that is the most like defensive loadout. Like I was like, what? Did it just happen? You legit just change your loadout, right? Like you get to see them choose their gear. So I got to see him choose his loadout, and I was like flabbergasted, you guys. There was no words. At the beginning of queuing up with this guy, I was just like, cool, let me see if I can learn some Black Canary stuff. Let me see if I can maybe get some Black Canary combos going, maybe figure out how to apply her pressure better. And this guy was just like, nah, I'm just gonna super duper outgear you. How about that? How about that, huh? How about that? Catch me outside. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen that meme, but that's what just came to my mind. And so he is just like, I can't even talk about it. It blows my mind how someone is like seriously gear whoring the beta. Like, you truly do care about your win-loss ratio in the beta? Like, seriously, bro? It's a beta. It's not even going to transfer over to your game. Like, it doesn't matter. I am super negative in the beta, and that's because I just want to learn how the characters play. I don't give a damn what what's going on with the gear. Like, the gear doesn't transfer. I'm not just gonna have this gear when I have the game. You're gonna lose all this gear. You're also gonna lose a lot of you're gonna lose your record. You're gonna lose everything. You're gonna actually have to play the game from fresh. And this guy who has absolutely no idea how to do a combo, having to play the game for you know, straight off the rip against other people who've been in the beta who now know how to do combos, and this guy has no clue how to do combos because he's just relying on his gear. I feel bad for him when the game first comes out. I actually feel bad for everyone when the game first comes out who's going to have to deal with the beta players or anyone who's played Injustice before this, because they're kind of going to already know like how the game is, you know, how it rocks. Like, that's why I really wanted to get into the beta, so that way I don't have to worry too much when the game comes out about how to play characters. I'll just instantly know how to play certain characters. Like, I'll already know how to play Atrocitus unless they change them. Unless they change the characters. From just playing the beta, I'll know how to play Atrocitus, I'll know how to play Supergirl, I'll know how to play Batman, I'll know how to play Batgirl. Like, I'll have like 4 characters that I can play just straight off the rip because I was playing the beta. So that's why I really, really wanted this beta code. As you can see here, a straight up combo only did 29%. Earlier than that, it did like 30. And then I did one combo against him that only did like 20 at some point. And I was just like mind blown. I was like, are you serious? Is this legit happening? After this guy realizes that he can't beat me anymore, he just leaves. He just backs out. He's like had enough. He's gives up. He's tried to have his gear save him, but I have chosen to use my character which has the most gear. My Atrocitus has like 3 legendary. And this guy doesn't even know how to do a combo. Like, he didn't do any combos. He was just legit relying on gear. And I know how to do combos, so if I know how to do combos and I have gear. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe for some more Injustice content. And as he quits out, I will be saying goodbye too. See you guys in the next one.